the time when all the powers of Hastinapur questioned the identity of Karna, it was Duryodhan alone who halted the indignity by crowning him king of Ang. Karna swore blind allegiance to Duryodhan's cause, and it has been said that friendship seldom ascends to such heights. With Karna on his side, Duryodhan's chances in battle and his confidence increased by orders of magnitude. This inspired him to endeavor ever more ardently in the prosecution of his vendetta with his avowed enemies, the Pandavas. During the period between the flight of the Pandavas and the onset of the inevitable war, Duryodhan took to wife a maiden of Kasi named Bhanumati, and Karna married the beautiful Padma. As the time of the battle grew nigh, it was well known that there would be mortal strife between Karna and Arjuna, and word of this tumultuous eventuality spread throughout the three worlds, even unto concerned gods and fathers. And, concerned over the fates of the sons of Kunti, there were indeed 5 gods. Among them, Devraj Indra, king of gods, lord of storms, father of Arjuna by Kunti's Vashikaran mantra. Surya appeared to Karna in a dream and warned him that Indra, seeking to vouchsafe for his son Arjuna victory in war, would descend in disguise from the heavens and ask of Karna the gift of his divine earrings and impenetrable armor. Karna knew this for a true vision from his father and explained that at the time of his offerings to the sun, he is bound to give freely whatsoever is asked unto whomsoever might ask it of him. Sashtadrusya, Indra asks of Karna.
खोलिबी ए उतरी तोर तुझे प्रणयी प्रिया मोर केमिति खोलिबी ए उतरी तोर पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो अनेक जन्म परे सते मु पाइछि मो प्राण प्रिया को हृदय अंतपुरे सते मु पाइछि मो प्राण प्रिया को हृदय अंतपुरे पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो ପଦ୍ମ ପାଖୁଡ଼ା ତଳେ ଦାରୁ ଭେଦ କ୍ଷମ ମଧୁଲିତ ସମ ବନ୍ଧା ମୁଁ ପ୍ରୀତି ଡୋରେ ଦାରୁ ଭେଦ କ୍ଷମ ମଧୁଲିତ ସମ ବନ୍ଧା ମୁଁ ପ୍ରୀତି ଡୋରେ पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो तुझे प्रणयिनी प्रिया मोर केमिति खोलिबी ए उतरी तोर तुझे प्रणयिनी प्रिया मोर केमिति खोलिबी ए उतरी तोर पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो पद्मा गो सुन मो बचन वीरमणि मोर प्रिय परम तुमे दानवीर कर्ण सुन मो वचन सचिपति मघवान स्वर्ग तेजिया से मर्त्य भुवन मागिब तो पासे दान
मो बल विक्रमे डरी स्वर्ण गर्भ वसुंधरी नीति दिए सत भार स्वर्ण दक्षिण हस्तरे गणी से ही स्वर्ण परिमाणी दान दिए दानेश्वर कर्ण दान दिए दानेश्वर कर्ण नीति निशि प्रभातरे तपन पूजार परे जाचकर सुबिले मिनती अजाचिते मुक्त हस्ते दिए मुदान तुरीते ए जे मोर विवशता रीति ए जे मोर विवशता रीति ए जे मोर विवशता रीति जे मोर विवशता रीति जबा कुसुम संकाशं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं ध्वंतारिं सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरं हे सूर्य सहस्रांशु देवदेव जगत्पते सूर्यार्घ्यं नमस्तुते।
सुवेदी ब्राह्मण मुहि धन रत्न न मागई किछि, संखे देई जल धार जदि कर अंगीकार प्रकाशिबी जाहा अछि। सुवेदी ब्राह्मण मुहि धन रत्न न मागई किछि,
दक्षिण वर्तक संखे जब तिल जल बेनी हस्ते धरी कर्ण कहे 3 बार, सत्य 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 वाक्य बोलई राधेय, जहा इच्छा दान एबे माग विप्रराय।
अक्षय कवच अमृत कुंडल वज्र छौरी दिव्य अस्त्रचारी, स्वहस्ते विदारी दिव्य अस्त्रचारी, देले जीवी संगे घेनी जे एहा दृढ़ वचन, नकारिले फेरी जीव ब्राह्मण एहा दृढ़ वचन।
And so the generous warrior Karna cut off his earrings and breastplate and gave them to Indra, whereupon the king of gods revealed his identity to Karna, not knowing that Karna knew already. He bid Karna ask a boon of him, and when he would not, he gifted Karna with his own missile, the Indra Shakti, with the provision that Karna could use it once only. Karna knew that the strategic priority of the coming battle would be to achieve the slaying of Arjuna, and resolved to reserve the Indra Shakti for this purpose. Hitherto, when Karna had his divine ornaments and his body was unmarred, they would protect him from harm, even though harm had never yet successfully penetrated the rigor of his defense. Glory had accrued to his name during the course of Duryodhan's rule in Hastinapur, while the Pandavas were in exile. Karna aided Duryodhan's reign in all things, save that he would not participate in the ill-fated fiasco of the Palace of Wax, as he considered it an act of cowardice to kill by stratagem. Nor did this device succeed in slaying the Pandavas, who escaped via a quickly dug tunnel and the timely warning of Vidur. Disguised as Brahmins, they journeyed to Panchal, where they attended the Swayamvar of the Princess Draupadi and brought her back to Hastinapur as their new bride. The contest to prove worthy of the hand of Draupadi consisted in bending and stringing a steel bow and, by observing the reflection of a rotating fish-shaped target in a pool of water, shoot through the eye of the fish. Many warriors, including the eldest Kauravas, Duryodhan and Dushasan, failed to perform the feat. Indeed, no warrior proved capable even of stringing the bow until Karna stood forth. Alas, Karna did not even fire an arrow, for, at Krishna's urging wink, Draupadi made it known that she would not consent to marry the son of a charioteer. The almighty Lord Krishna, who was loyal to the Pandavas and vouchsafed their victory, knew Karna's true identity. Krishna requested Karna's presence one day, and they met in the forest for a private conversation. Saptama Drusya, Krishna and Karna.
हे केशव पार्थर सखा काहिकी देइछ ए बने देखा हे केशव पार्थर सखा मने कि पांचिछ कि अबा बांचिछ अधरे छापिछ हसर रेखा हे केशव पार्थर सखा
निशबदये बनस्थळी আমদই বন পক্ষী কাকণী হেই মন কথা গোপন বারতা বিচারিছ মনে কহিবি বলি বিচারিছ কহিবি বলি
कुह कुह हे केशव दूर कर मनु चिंता कहिब किए समरे होइब के सर्वजिता कुह कुह हे केशव दूर कर मनु चिंता
शुण वीर तिलक कर्ण सुर कूले तुम्भ जनम शुण वीर तिलक कर्ण नुहे तुम्भ माता सुतर बनिता माता तुम्भ पृथा पिता तपन शुण वीर तिलक कर्ण कोई मु बांधव पणे न जाओ हे अधर्म रणे पांडवे मनासी कौरव विनाशी कोलाग्रत कर धर्म नंदन शुण वीर तिलक कर्ण
हे केशव तुम्भे अनंत बुझिब केता आदि अंत हे केशव तुम्भे अनंत से मान गोविंद प्रीति रे मु अंध कथारे परते न जाए चित हे केशव तुम्भे अनंत
पतंग तन जानई अनलर गुण शिखारे आह्वान करी करई दहन
Krishna, Shri Krishna, the divine hero of this epic whose great chessboard was indeed Kurukshetra. The almighty Shri Krishna is the Lord of the universe, and it is he who holds the wheel of time, the wheel of the universe. It is said that Krishna informed Karna that he possessed the triumphant qualities of all five of the Pandavas. He offered him the whole world as his kingdom, informing him that his younger brother Yudhishthir, the king of the world, would step aside and serve as his prime minister. Bhima would stand before him, Arjuna behind, and Nakul and Sahadev to either side. Even knowing that Karna's loyalty to Duryodhan was unshakable and genuine, he considered it his duty to reveal the truth to Karna and hear Karna give the reply he expected to hear. Hearing Krishna's words, Karna suffered great trauma. He, towards whom he had spent his entire life directing hatred like a penance, was not indeed his enemy, but his younger brother, Arjuna. Upon reaching home, Karna questioned the gods above regarding this conversation with Krishna. Why me? What was it that I particularly did to be receiving such ill fate as King Pandu? Even Pandu was at least accepted by society. Is there an answer you want from me? I do not understand what it was exactly that I did. Karna was aware that his biological mother abandoned him in the river from infancy and could even barely have accepted it, but he could not have imagined that Arjun's mother was his mother as well. Now knowing the brutal truth, Karna resolved to conceal his knowledge and bid Krishna do the same, not to expose to anyone who he is or let them know that he is aware of his own identity. As the time of battle approached, Kunti could bear this feud no longer. She approached Karna at the time of his offerings to Surya and asked of him one mighty favor before the advent of war. Ashtama Drusya, Kunti requests of Karna.
कह 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 कि गो माता प्रति चिरे कि बाऊ दे सबिता देखि मने जागे चिंता कह कह कि गो माता कह गो कह गो जननी कुह काहिके झराई लुह भिजाई देलु मो प्राण ओजाड़ी सहिता स्नेह आदरे देई जनम कलु जले विसर्जन तू जदि जनम दात्री एकी मार मोह एकी मार मोह एकी मार मोह एकी मार मोह सत्य जदि तोर वचन जननी देलु जदि परिचय भारत समर प्रारंभे कुमार मागे तोर बर भय
सत
When the Kurukshetra battle was at hand, Gangaputra Bhishma led the armies of the Kauravas against the armies of the Pandavas, who fought under their commanding general, Drishtadyumna. Bhishma did not permit Karna to participate in the hostilities under the pretext of his being an outsider. After 10 days of intense struggle and heavy casualties on both sides, Bhishma fell to Arjuna on the 10th day and lay thereafter on a bed of arrows. Drona succeeded Bhishma as commanding general on the 11th day of battle and welcomed Karna to the Kaurava armies. Drona dispensed forthwith with all of the grandsire's established rules. Warriors now fought past sunset and were encouraged to use the advantage of numbers instead of confining themselves to the honorable one-on-one duels which had obtained until then. On this day, Bhima was commanded by Yudhishthir to aid Arjuna in battle, who had ventured far to the other side of the field, wreaking havoc among the foe. Bhima was hesitant to leave his brother's side, for it was well known that Drona planned to capture Yudhishthir and bind him so that the war would cease. Nonetheless, he set aside his reluctance at Yudhishthir's command and departed to seek out Arjuna. He defeated all the warriors who crossed his path until Karna arrived and forbade his advance. Navama Drusya, Karna versus Bhima upon Kurukshetra.
पांडव सुत वीर घटतोज एक हस्ते दली पारे सते कना राज बेनी हस्ते प्रहारई लौहर मुद्गर गोड़ाई कौरव थाटे करई प्रहार देख मित्र देख किन्नरी कुमार कुरुथाटे पसी करे छार खार क्षण के ताकू न कले संहार अनले दहिबा हस्तिना नगर
Thus did Karna expend his single use of the Indra Shakti, which he had intended to reserve for Arjuna, to achieve the slaying of Ghatotkach. Ghatotkach was one of the most dangerous warriors upon Kurukshetra, born of Bhim's first wife, the demon princess Hidimba. It is said that, had he arrived on the first day of the battle might have been short indeed. But Bhishma lay stable in anticipation on his bed of arrows, hearing news every day of the casualties which continued on both sides. Seeing Karna before him as commanding general, he knew without being told that Drona had been slain. Dasamadrusya, Karna visits Bhishma.
शत कोटि प्रणाम कर्णर आहे कुरुकुल पिता महोधीर सरासने देख भारत समर वीरगति लभिलेणी केते सुरवीर मने आसे कोह आहे पितामह काहिकी नेल रणी पार्थ संगे पार्थ सारथी श्री कृष्ण बध करी थांती क्षणी पेशी अमोघ सर तुम्भय दुर्दशा करन्ति दूर पेशी अमोघ सर आज सप्तदश समर दिवस मुझे सेनापति तार पार्थर साहस हेब आजी शेष भूमि रे लोटी बसीर मुझे करिछि पण वीरगति कुल भीब अर्जुन मुझे करिछि पण
घेन मो वचन कर्ण घेन मो वचन इतर जन नुहई वीर अर्जुन से तोर अनुज परा तू तार ब्रज तुझे प्रथम पांडव मने रख हेज कुरुक्षेत्र रणे जदि न कर समर जुग कुकीरति तुम रहिब मोर जुग कुकीरति तुम रहिब मोर
शुणी तुम्भ कथा घूरी जाए मथा बहई झंझा निश्वासे तुमे कि बुझ ना मोर विवशता मान गोविंदर पासे
Bhishma revealed to Karna that he had long known who he was and to whom he was born. He did not desire or condone the battle of brothers under his flag and took the likely excuse of calling Karna an outsider to forbid his participation in the battle, hoping to prevent Karna and Arjuna from ever meeting on the field. Karna swore to Bhishma that night that, of himself and Arjuna, only one should see the sun set on the morrow. And as much as that disappointed the great-grandsire, it was not Karna's intention to cause him suffering, as it was not in his nature to wish or inflict suffering on others, despite the vast suffering which had been inflicted on him. Salya, the uncle of the Pandavas, was approached by Duryodhan first to fight on the Kaurava side. When he refused, saying that to do so would be like abandoning his family, Karna humbly requested of him his services as a charioteer. When Salya replied that there was no reason that he could possibly think of to deny Karna, he knew then that he and Karna would be upon one side and Krishna and Arjuna upon the other. This battle, the battle of Indra's son and Surya's, was the fiercest and most dangerous upon Kurukshetra and the greatest battle in the Mahabharata epic. Ekadasa Drusya, the Karnaarjuna Rana.
हस्ते सव्यसाची वीर टंकार सबदे थरे हस्तिना नगर सप्तदश दिवसरे कर्णार्जुन रण सरे सर बाजी हुए अग्नि भरषण रथ गजबाजी जे सबदे आकाश पड़े भाजी जे नाराच कर्ण करिले खेपण एक सरे पार्थ वीर कले निवारण अनलास्त्र पवनास्त्र पन्नगास्त्र मान वज्रावली महासर निक्षेपई कर्ण रथ नंदी घोष जे रथ चक्रे बाजी सबु शेष जे दर्पे कर्णवीर नासन्ति अरी घर घर रथना दे कंपे सरणी एकाले रथ चक्र भेदे मेदिनी
रे अर्जुन दंडे रहा वीर थर थिमु निरास्त्र मोकर विरोचित नुहे एकाले समर एकी रण नीति कह रे अर्जुन दण्डे रह।
हे अर्जुन मो प्राण सखा काहीकि करुछ नाराज रक्षा। हे अर्जुन प्राणर सखा पापी कर्ण विवश बेले शिखाउछि रणनीति कौशले। पांचाली ललना विवसन काले वीर अभिमन्यु चक्रव्यूह बेले। काहि थिला तार ए नीति शिक्षा काहीकि करुछ नाराज रक्षा। हे अर्जुन मो प्राण सखा।
And so fell the great warrior, the generous one, Karna. Abandoned by his mother Kunti in a river, denied by Dronacharya, cursed by his guru Parshuram, questioned in Hastinapur concerning his identity, whose armor and earrings were stolen by Indra in return for a weapon which he could only use once, an arrow that he wasted at the behest of Duryodhan, who, after being told his identity by Krishna and declining his birthright, was asked by his mother not to harm any of her sons save Arjun, did not kill Arjun because Arjun was his younger brother. But for his generosity, this great warrior might have survived. Beheaded like the setting sun by Arjun's arrow known as the Anjalika, the lightning bolt of Indra, fell the son of Kunti. Some have said that this was a battle between Surya and Indra, and others that it was the younger brothers of Bali and Sugriv who battled. Regardless of its epithets, however, it remained the Karnaarjuna Rana, that which Kunti would ever remember as the battle between her two sons. Kunti walked the graveyard on the 17th night and found, on the battlefield, the body of her firstborn. Dwadasa Drusya, Kunti repents.
जननी गो पृथा कांद कि पृथा सुत पुत्र कर्ण पाई से जे कौरव कुल गौरव से जे कौरव कुल गौरव मोसरे जाइछि सोई मोसरे जाइछि सोई
कांदना गो माता प्राणी लगे व्यथा देखी तो नयने नीरा राधा सुत पाई लोतक झराई राधा सुत पाई लोतक झराई काहिकी हे अधीर काहिकी हे अधीर काहिकी हे अधीर जननी आहा धिक जननी पण गोपन रखी कथा रचिलु भातृरण ए धर्म रण भूमि रे ए धर्म रण भूमि रे एणुलो जननी देली अभिशाप ए जननी जाति पाई नरहु गोपन गोपासे भारता जनम जनम पाई जनम जनम पाई जनम जनम पाई धर्मर सूत अकारणिकर अश्रुनिपात मुझे वर्तमान मुहि अतीत त्रिकाल मुझे मु भविष्यत मुझे चक्री सबु मोहरी चक्रांत किए बा जानिब मो आदि अंत मुझे चक्री सबु मोहरी चक्रांत किए बा जानिब मो आदि अंत
Kunti repented and went into exile soon after Yudhishthir's coronation. The fall of Bhishma, Drona, and Karna was still not enough for the Pandavas to have their victory, even though the eventual outcome of the battle had become evident. Join us next year as we celebrate the glory of the hero of this epic, whom Krishna referred to as the Chosen One. He is Arjuna, the final chapter of the Mahabharata Veera quadrilogy from the Kurukshetra Chronicles.